This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, attended the opening day of the Africa Global Business Forum, where discussions are being held on the prospects of business and investment in the continent. The ruler of Dubai attended this session together with the Dubai Crown Prince, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and the Deputy Ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, together with other senior government officials. The second edition of the two-day forum has attracted more than 500 high-level international decision-makers, including the heads of state of some of the African countries, as well as prominent global CEOs from leading international banks and sovereign wealth funds. The forum has been organized by the Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry to discuss the prospects of investment and development in the African countries, whilst facilitating dialogue on the opportunities for the future. The forum will also highlight Dubai's role as the gateway to the continent due to its strategic location and its leading role in encouraging investments and developments in the African countries. The Mohammed bin Rashid Smart Learning Programme has announced that more schools have joined the programme's second year of implementation, with students from 146 schools across the UAE now taking part in the educational scheme, with the programme deployed in 800 classrooms. Part of a wider government initiative to champion smart learning, the Smart Learning Programme integrates technology through innovative teaching tools and by offering a comprehensive programme that takes into account the interests and concerns of both students and teachers, as well as parents. The programme functions under the guidance of the Ministry of Education and is supported by the Telecommunications Regulatory Authority. Through strategic technology partners, Smart Learning Classrooms offer students dynamic and interactive learning environments, with the programme having been recognised for boosting students' motivation and achievement following the completion of the first year. This year, the programme has deployed 2,263 laptops for teachers and 800 smartboards in each of the programme's classrooms, reaching 12,926 students across 146 schools in the UAE. In an effort to ensure that both teachers and students receive the necessary support, the programme also embarked on rigorous training sessions for teachers across the UAE, with teachers for grades 7, 8 and 9 students enrolled in the programme receiving tablets and smartboard training. Sharjah will host the first UN Refugee Conference under the patronage of His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, Supreme Council member and ruler of Sharjah, in an effort to address the worsening plight of Syrian refugees, particularly children. Organisers from the Big Heart campaign for the Syrian refugee children and UNHCR, along with the Sharjah Media Centre, revealed earlier today details of the event titled Investing in the Future, Protecting Refugee Children and Adolescents MENA. IIF MENA will be attended by influential figures, including Her Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah of Jordan, who will deliver the keynote speech on its opening day. The two-day international conference aims to engage leaders from the region and across the globe to make effective policies and solutions that will address the rising challenges faced by 3.8 million Syrian refugees. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees Public Information and Communications Officer Mohammed Abu Asakir says this event is critical. The region is at risk of losing an entire generation, as 1.8 million refugees are under the age of 18. From the 15th to the 16th of October, leaders, NGOs and other humanitarian organizations will discuss various topics focusing on children refugees and the mounting challenges and dangers they face.
There are pressing issues that refugee children are suffering from. We are talking about exploitation, trafficking, early marriage that refugee children are suffering from, and there are out of schooling. More than half of refugee children in the school age are out of schooling because they have to go to be in the streets selling goods with low wages and to provide food for their families. And we are talking about a child labor, which is becoming increasingly common among refugee children. So we want to bring those children back to their schools to provide an environment where they can learn, play, and portray the future of their countries. Luckily, we are having representatives from countries that host refugees, and we hope that this will shorten the time and the gap where the recommendation after the discussion will come in place.
The event is also being held in recognition of the ongoing work of Her Highness Sheikha Jawahar bint Mohammed Al Qasimi, Chairperson of the Supreme Council for Family Affairs and wife of His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, Supreme Council member and ruler of Sharjah. Since her appointment last year as the UNHCR Eminent Advocate for Refugee Children, the public awareness about Syrian refugees and the work of UNHCR with a focus on children has increased.
The Big Heart campaign has raised over $14 million. So far we have donated, the Big Heart campaign has donated $14.5 million towards refugee relief in Jordan, within Syria for IDPs, in Iraq, in Lebanon, and in Turkey. So we have basically all the host countries almost, and in Egypt. So all the host countries that have Syrian refugees, we have tried to reach and help. And basically the work has concentrated on relief work, immediate shelter, health, and education.
The Roads and Transport Authority has announced the timings of various services to be delivered during the Eid Al Adha holiday. All customer service centres will be closed during the Eid holiday starting from Friday the 3rd of October and will resume duty on Tuesday the 7th of October. All paid parking zones in Dubai Emirate will be free to use during Eid holiday except for the car park at the Fish Market and the multi-level parking terminal as of Friday the 3rd of October. Fees will be activated as of Tuesday. The Dubai Metro stations will be open for passengers on Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, the 2nd, 4th and 5th of October from 5:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. And on Friday, October the 3rd, the Metro service will be operational from 10 a.m. up to 2 a.m. On the following days of October the 6th and 7th, the Metro service will start at 5:30 a.m. up to 1 a.m. Public bus stations will start service as of Saturday 4th of October until Monday 6th of October, with the main stations such as the Gold Souk and Al Ghubayba starting operations at 5:10 in the morning. For more information, the RTA suggests contacting their call centre on 800 9090. New handheld gun radars will now be used to catch speeding watercraft such as jet skis and boats near the Dubai coastline, with the Dubai Police and Dubai Maritime City Authority announcing the new radars as well as launching a new awareness campaign at a press conference on Tuesday. The new campaign is urging marine vessels to abide by designated speed limits across Dubai waters, with the new speed limits announced ranging from 5 to 7 knots depending on the location. Navigating at a speed exceeding the maximum speed allowed in limited speed areas risks a fine of 2,000 dirhams, according to the law. This includes jet skis, speedboats, yachts, floating restaurants and any sea vessel, but does not apply to vessels navigating deep under Gulf waters offshore. Major General Khamis Matar Al-Mazina, Dubai Police Chief, said that enforcing the new speed limits will significantly cut down on the number of accidents caused by speeding watercraft in areas close to the beach. In 2014, there were 56 accidents involving watercraft, according to Dubai Police statistics. Maritime police patrols will also be intensified to enforce the new speed limits. iPhone fans in the UAE are being urged to be wary of counterfeit gadgets that are being sold in the markets, with the Telecommunication Regulatory Authority issuing a series of advisories cautioning consumers against falling prey to fraudsters selling fake iPhones. Cheap imitations of Apple's latest offerings, the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, have hit the market, with many consumers complaining of being duped. The TRA said in a statement that its officials conducted an investigation into reports of illegal and counterfeit iPhone 6 handsets on sale in the UAE, and as a result of the investigation, a series of counterfeit iPhone 6 handsets have been confiscated from various locations across the UAE. Based on the investigation, the TRA has issued a series of recommendations to the public to generate awareness of the trade of such illegal devices and to prevent their purchase, according to the official TRA statement. Men trying to sell mobile phones on the streets of Dira and Bur Dubai is a common sight, and authorities have urged the public not to purchase any goods from strangers on the streets. And finally, in the bulletin, If you, like many in Dubai, love all things luxurious and have an obsession with tea, then the newly opened tea club may be the experience you're after. After finding success in Bahrain, this is the first of its 29 new outlets planned for the region over the coming 8 years. According to the founders, Bahraini entrepreneurial mother and son duo Naima Mattar and Fayad Al-Dosri, the over 3,000 fusion teas on offer have been sourced from all over the globe. The tea parlour offers seasoned tea connoisseurs and newbie tea goers the chance to taste and experience the finest leaves and blends. According to the co-founder Fayad Al-Dosri, the tea club concept stemmed from his mother's high-flying financial career, working at the likes of JP Morgan Chase and Allianz Bernstein, and after spending half her life on business trips, staying in countless hotels across the world, they wanted to recreate a gourmet five-star tea experience matched only by those found in the most exclusive of hotels. After Bahrain, the duo hope the tea club will achieve the same success in the more competitive market of Dubai.
If you can prove yourself in Dubai, I think you can prove yourself anywhere in the world. If you ask any person where's New York, he can pinpoint it. You ask younger kids where's Dubai, they can easier even pinpoint it. As we're originated from the Gulf, as well the customer demand we had from the UAE locals and the expat living here in Dubai. So everybody was pushing us to come to Dubai.
We went to the main resources of the tea plantations. Where is China? They are planting the tea. Where is Sri Lanka planting the best tea? And where is India? And where is Japan? And plus there is wild, let's say, wild herbs, which is coming like South Africa, robush. Accordingly, then we decided let's go beyond the market, what is offering, beyond the brands is what's offering on the market, what beyond the shelf on the supermarket and the commercial. We are trying to create a benchmark or standard for the quality of the teas. The tea in the red teas, there is 15 grades, still become the last grade is the dusty, which is on the tea bags. So why we don't offer the best for our customer? In addition, there is a 300 grades on China and kept behind the Chinese wall, never been out because the shipment, the way how this the moisturizer on the leaves, it cannot travel along. How we can bring it? How we can preserve it on a freezer? How we can take it on the harvest time? So make sure that we open the leaves and it's no much damages on that. So that's why we are trying to bring that kind of teas to the whole world.